goes on and on.
I love this movie. I really do. Disney's Robin Hood is one of the movies I watched over and over and over and over as a kid. Robin Hood Fox is still my favorite version of Robin Hood, with Carrie Elwes a distant second. I love the songs, the hilarious action, the characters, all of it.
Don't overdo it.
I think the only movie that rivaled this one in views for me was Sword in the Stone. Anyway, I've noticed that while I still love so much about this movie and all the movies of my youth, when I watch them nowadays after a steady diet of movie nitpicking videos on YouTube, I start to notice weird little details that I didn't before. Not enough to ruin the movie for me, I still love it, but they do bump me in a way they didn't before. Since you're here and clicked on a video that advertises pointless nitpicking, I'll assume you're in the same boat. So let's get to it with the top 5 things that I never noticed before but kind of bother me now when I try to watch this movie as an adult for Disney's Robin Hood. In no particular order. Number 1. What's with the accents in this movie? Robin Hood
This will be my greatest performance.
Maid Marian,
Right. Well, only Robin Hood wears a hat like that.
Prince John
That, I believe, does it?
/ King Richard,
It appears that I now have an outlaw for an in-law.
Sir Hiss,
Long one.
the Rabbit Widow,
You risk so much to keep our hopes alive.
Otto,
Oh, take it easy on me, Sheriff.
and Clucky.
Don't look around.
This movie, definitively set in the UK, has only 8 characters out of 21 speaking roles that have an accent from the UK. Mostly posh English, with Cockney for the Rabbit Widow and Otto, and Scottish for Clucky. What an odd choice for the movie makers to have made. I mean, I'd blame the era and the fact that this is a cartoon for children, but obviously this isn't the only Robin Hood adaptation that famously had the wrong accents.
Unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
I mean, it's not like a British accent is that tough to fake, right? Just ask Dick Van Dyke, governor.
The constable is responsible. Now how does that sound?
On second thought, I don't know if the guy who voiced the Sheriff of Nottingham
But you're way behind with your taxes.
and gave us the best line of Back to the Future 3.
Of course we run, but for recreation, for fun.
Run for fun? What the hell kind of fun is that?
Is capable of any other affectation. So, in that case, maybe cast someone else? I don't know. Maybe they thought if they all had the same accent, we wouldn't be able to tell the characters apart. Number 2. So, the rubber toy balloon was invented in 1824 by Michael Faraday. Robin Hood takes place somewhere in the 1300s, maybe. Scholars are unclear. Apparently record-keeping wasn't so great back then, and Robin Hood was a pretty common name. Anywho, anachronism aside, the part that really bothers me in this scene, and I think it has since I was a kid, is this first part where Hiss inflates the balloon by blowing it up while his head is inside it. Even excusing the fact that there's no way they'd be able to fill the balloon with helium or any other lighter-than-air gas, how does he get more air of any kind into the balloon? Can he breathe through his skin or something? I don't think snakes could do that. Frogs, maybe, but I don't think so. Also, he'd definitely be dead from asphyxiation long before Alan and Tuck pickle him. Number 3. I know that Little John is a master of disguise and that rhinos in the real world have poor eyesight, but look at this. There's no way those rhinos didn't see him. Number 4. When we reach our all is lost moment, is there anyone in Nottingham that wasn't arrested? Right before the jailbreak, you get this shot of the town with everything foreclosed for tax reasons and no animals milling around.
And his helpless subjects paid dearly for his humiliation. Believe taxes, taxes, taxes.
Now, I understand it's rainy out, but it always seemed to me like there's no one left in town at all except the church mice and Friar Tuck. And then Tuck gets arrested too. I understand that PJ is greedy and angry, but the prince's economic policy is unsustainable.
To coin a phrase, my dear counselor, rob the poor to feed the rich. Am I right? Double the taxes, triple the taxes, squeeze every last drop out of those insolent musical peasants.
You can't tax people so much that the entire population is in jail. If nobody can work, the whole system would collapse. I hope Richard gets back from that crazy crusade soon. Number 5. Lastly is an issue that this movie shares with Zootopia. These animals are all bipedal, can speak, and live relatively peacefully in society together. So where are the interracial couples? Actually, in Robin Hood, where are the rest of the foxes? Thank God Rob and Eminem fell for each other, because that seems to be the only choice they each had. Well, I mean, everyone else thinks there's one blind hobo fox, but we know better.
Someday there'll be happiness again in Nottingham. You'll see.
If you're a wolf, a hippo, an elephant, or a rhino, so any of the royal forces, you have your pick, though we only ever see males of those, I assume. So, I mean, maybe there's loads of other foxes, they just don't hang out in Nottingham. But then there's this. Obviously, there is such a thing in this world as interspecies attraction, at least. Unless this one rhino is just this world's version of a furry. It seems weird that we don't see mixed families, too. Now, I'm not suggesting we need to see, like, half donkey, half dragon abominations or something.
Look at our little mutant baby.
By the way, how the hell did that work? But we could see Papa Turtle step in to help raise Widow Rabbit's 14 kids. That's as many as I could count anyway. There could be more lurking out of frame. Plus, it would be a fun Tortoise and the Hare reference to have those two get together. So, that's it. I love the movie, bothered by things that don't matter. Like, subscribe, you know what to do.